What it do, what it do, how y'all feeling? Welcome to Ash Neil's Radio. I am your host, Ash Neil. That is I. So, we talking to y'all. Yes. I don't know if you've seen this story here, this case, but this guy, he was at a Walmart getting some medicine for his mom that he's taking care of. Amazing guy. Now, while he's there, he's asking this woman, hey, do you, by chance, know where the Tylenol is? That's it. I think it was aspirin. But this woman, after helping him out, cries and says that he tried to snatch her baby. Yep, you guys. Now, this to me is another case, personally, this is what I think, it's just another case of white woman tears. Personally, that's what I think. We have the recent case, right? Shiloh Hendricks, which I call her Shallow Hendricks. Of course, we all know Emmett Till, white woman tears. And I don't know if you guys know, but Black Wall Street was burned down from white woman tears. Yes. White woman claims she went in the elevator with this little boy who was conducting the elevator, and she starts screaming, saying that he was trying to harass her. Stop it. So, in this case, this woman really called the police and said that she had to rip her baby out of this man's hand. And I want you guys to tell me, listen to her story, and you tell me if she sounds credible.
I was in the Walmart and I had to rip my baby out of some other man's hands because he was trying to snatch him.
This dramatic 911 call detailing what sounds like every parent's worst nightmare.
It all happened so fast and he was out of the store.
It allegedly happened here at this Walmart outside Atlanta. This security footage shows a woman identified in a police report as 26-year-old Caroline Miller on a mobility scooter with her two kids when a man approached. But what happens next is at the center of a kidnapping case that has drawn international attention. Miller told police that an Indian man approached her and grabbed her 2-year-old son and pulled him away. Miller did not return.
An Indian man. That's what she said. An Indian man grabbed my son. All right. We're listening.
NBC's request for comment, but detailed the alleged struggle to local station Atlanta News first.
And I'm like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I got him back, and then he just stared at me and then goes, oh, I just wanted to get him out of your lap so you could get up and help me, which was weird. That didn't make any sense. And then
of course that didn't make any sense because you made it up. Liar. And look at the smile on her face. Does she look like somebody that had to take her baby from a supposed kidnapper? Really? Look at her.
Then he just walked off.
That man was eventually identified as 56-year-old Mahendra Mik Patel, a real estate investor, retired engineer, husband, and father of two. Police arrested him and charged him with kidnapping of a minor, assault, and battery. He's been in jail now for nearly 6 weeks. But now Miller's account is very much in dispute.
When I finally got the video, I was upset that Mr. Patel was still in jail.
Patel's attorney, Ashley Merchant, says the evidence in this case shows something very different.
Walk me through what that video showed when you finally were able to see it.
I see the video and I'm like, how has this happened? How was he even arrested?
Merchant provided and
we know how. White woman tears. That's it. That's the only thing. And the strategic move from the family to hire a white woman attorney is key. But this isn't far-fetched. This happens in America often. Sorry, but this is what we have to deal with. I know people call me a race baiter, but hey, this is the kind of shit we have to deal with.
NBC News with over 9 hours of surveillance video from various cameras inside that Walmart. In the video, you can see Patel approach Miller. According to the police report, Miller says Patel asked her where the Tylenol was. Merchant says that as Miller stands up to point to where the Tylenol was, her 2-year-old son slips from her lap. Patel says he tried to help stabilize the toddler. Miller alleged something different in that 911 call.
I was in the Walmart and I had to rip my baby out of some other man's hands because he was trying to snatch him.
After that, the video shows Patel walking off, and he's later seen approaching Miller one more time to show her that he found the Tylenol. She appears to give him a thumbs up.
I'm surprised that she would describe it as someone trying to.
Right. Thumbs up. Good shit. You found it. I'm glad I was able to help you. So, all you fake white victims out there that call me a race baiter, because that's what you guys are. Y'all white victims. Y'all are, oh, we're tired of all this virtual signaling and black pain that you keep bringing to the forefront. Bro, this is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. Hispanics, African Americans, Africans, Indians. We're all discriminated against by y'all. For what? You tell me before I go on my rant. Y'all know I'm about to go on my rant, but let's continue.
Take her child because it's so obvious that it wasn't.
Right.
Now, almost 45,000 people have signed a change.org petition calling for justice for Patel.
And what was his original reaction when he got arrested? Because he probably did not see that coming at all.
He was shocked. He could not believe it.
Right.
Angry.
Hasmukh Patel has been friends with Mahendra Patel for almost 40 years. He's been talking to him on the phone every day from jail.
He cannot believe it that he is in for the things that he did not commit.
The Acworth Police Department did not respond to NBC's request for an interview, but we went to the Cobb County District Attorney's office and a spokesperson told us there's a lot more to the story, but because it's a pending investigation, we can't comment. For now, Merchant and Patel's friend says he's angry but is willing to fight these charges until he can clear his name.
Yes.
I mean, imagine being in jail knowing you didn't do something and then having a video that shows you didn't do anything, but hearing that your government is still going to keep you in jail. That's very disheartening.
Think about that. She said clear as day that the government is still trying to pursue charges even though you're innocent. Even though you're innocent. And I know that this is like some weird shit for you guys to comprehend, but this is what we call racism. Yes. There's no other reason that she would do that. And the way these people cover it, right? It's amazing. I love it. I love how they had the interview with the lawyer, right? But they missed a key thing during this whole Walmart extravaganza, right? Now, the lady was on a scooter or one of those mobile carts, right? That is actually not, for everybody. It's delegated for what? The old folks, people that can't walk, right? Or, whoever that are injured or elderly. And they say that you can't use them unless, right? That's just a rule, right? Right. Just think about that. I can't, if I'm, not injured, I can't take from someone else who might need it, right? The caucasity of this woman, right? To use this cart as an able body, right? But one of the main rules, if you are injured and you do need to use one of these to assist you throughout the store, one of the main rules is nobody could ride along. So for the gall of this woman to have this kind of caucasity is amazing to me. personally, because I want you to see how this actually went down when she called herself riding along with her baby.
This is the moment here where Patel grabs the 2-year-old boy. His attorney says he was trying to keep the child from falling off the scooter. After that, the mom can be seen backing into a shelf and speaking with an employee who also steps in to try and help after the woman's daughter appears to get stuck under the scooter.
Now, her daughter gets stuck under the scooter, right? Mind you, she's not supposed to have the baby with her, right? She's bumping into shit, right? And then she's running over her other baby, who happens to probably be walking, unless the baby was on her too and fell off when she hit this fucking display here. But pay attention to what just happened. This white man helped her daughter up, and she said nothing. She didn't. That's just crazy. Think about that. So you're in multiple violations for having a scooter, having the baby on there, and bumping into shit and running over your other child. And then you got the nerve to accuse somebody else of trying to kidnap your child. And to me, I can call it racism. I can, because that's what I think it is. And I don't know what you guys in the comment sections are going to call it, but I know for a fact that you're going to disagree with me. We're going to have some people that's going to say, all right, that's racist. But you're going to have some people that's going to be like, just an unfortunate event, and this kind of stuff just happens. And it just doesn't. This shit doesn't happen. So he went to court, and the judge felt the same way. The judge was like, I don't know what the hell you guys thought this was, but get this shit up out of here.
Well, first of all, let me just comment on the amount of media attention and internet attention, social media. It's always been part of my duty anytime I have a case similar to this that I do not watch local news. If I'm in the Marietta Daily Journal and I see anything that leads me to believe this might be my case, I don't read it. I don't look at anything on social media. But I must say that it's impossible to not see that it's out there, and it's been very difficult to not look at anything, but I've done my very best. So I feel like I'm going into this on an even keel with the state and the defense. I'm going to grant this man a bond. He's entitled to a bond based upon even the allegations of the state. His history here, he owns.
He didn't even have a bond. Think about that.
He's in the Kiwanis Club. I mean, he's got all that he needs to show me that he's a member of our community and that he has ties to the community. I don't blame the state from pointing out, and you did it yourself, Ms. Merchant, that he has some convictions. He doesn't have any type of conviction that...
They always do that. They always do that. They want to point out what you may have did in the past, what the police have picked you up. That's why the police always want to just harass the minorities, the black and brown community. Because as long as they get them in a database, shit like this can come up, and we can be like, oh yeah, back in 1990, he had jaywalk at one time, and yeah, he just shows signs of unstableness. Fucking A.
That bothers me in terms of any type of violent behavior or anything of that nature.
Right.
I don't see any haven't heard any evidence of any arrests for any type of certainly child sexual type arrests.
Right.
I'm not worried about that. I don't believe he poses a risk to the community. The evidence from the video, and I won't comment on what I think the video really shows as far as guilt or innocence. It's not my job today.
You know what it is.
But the facts do show me that he hung around. And I don't find that he's a flight risk.
Not at all.
Based upon what I saw in the video and what was just, I'll receive it as a proffer from counsel about him hanging around. I'm not concerned that the police didn't get him the same day because he's presumed innocent, and innocent people don't worry about the police coming to get him. So that didn't bother me. I'll grant a $10,000 bond. That was the number you gave me.
Thank you.
Hey,
I don't have any problem with it. He can make it any way he wants. It doesn't have to be a cash
$1,000.
bond.
10%.
As far as conditions, let me hear from you, Mr. Evans, as to any special conditions that, I mean,
Let's hear
I
from
would
you.
always put in there, no drugs and alcohol, not because of the allegations that you've made, but that's every bond I do. And although I'm not a magistrate, I don't grant that many bonds because of reasons you know about. No drugs and alcohol, no contact with the alleged victim or any member of her family. What else do you want?
You've nailed almost all of them, Judge. No contact with the victim, the family, that Walmart in particular, I would say.
Don't go to that Walmart.
Sure. Drug, alcohol evaluation, treatment, and screens. So
I don't have enough to make me do that.
Okay.
Damn. What the
You
fuck?
know, if he picks up another problem with,
Like, he want him to do a drug and alcohol screening? Mind you, this man he was locked up for over 60-something days. For you guys to even impose this no drug and alcohol, I don't know if he does any, he probably don't. But shit, when I get out, I'm going to want to smoke something and drink something. I'm home. Shit. Hey, they let me out. But for the judge to be like, hey, we're just going to make that a condition while he's at home, out on bail. For this piece of shit prosecutor, which I think he is, I don't know, for him to say, can we test him periodically just to make sure that he's upholding these conditions and he's not in violation? Let's pitch test him like once a month. Bro, the judge is literally like, I want to throw this shit out, but nigga, I don't have enough evidence to fucking, I gave you all right, he can't drink and smoke, but I don't have enough evidence to have him come and take screenings. What is wrong with you people? Why do y'all hate us so much? It's got to be something. It's got to be something.
with alcohol, then he probably will be back where he is right now. I mean, so.
And then the follow-up to that, I think you've already articulated no alcohol or drugs that are not lawfully prescribed to him.
Right.
Yes, sir.
No shit.
Do you
That's
object
what
to any of those conditions?
No, Judge, not at all. I'm not sure, this wasn't mentioned, but I just wanted to bring it up in advance. He has a trip in August that's already been paid for. We just want to make sure that he can go on that trip because it was a trip that was originally bought and paid for, and then his father died and it had to be moved, and it's with both of his children, extended family. It's an international trip, and so that is very significant to him.
Well,
In August.
he's on probation right now?
No,
He's not on probation right now.
No.
You know, I got people in front of me that live in New York, and, you know, they certainly can go to New York.
Thank you.
And if I thought he was a risk, I wouldn't let him out of jail.
Thank you, Judge.
If you want me to put something in writing, then I'm happy to.
And I appreciate that. I don't think
Please
there'll
do.
be an issue with
We
that.
don't
Thank
trust
you.
nobody.
All right.
And that's what I'm talking about. It's crazy to me that these cases, they can happen. They happen to a lot of people all the time. And the cold part about when these cases come up is when people try to defend themselves or other people try to defend these people, we're called race baiters. And they say this shit doesn't exist. It don't happen like that. I'm sorry. This shit does happen. And for you guys to ignore it, and we can't even call it out, I don't care about your victimhood. I don't. If you guys are fucking tired, I see that shit all the time. We're Shiloh Hendricks is because we're tired of hearing about the discrimination that y'all face. Shut up. First of all. Second, when you bring up somebody's past, even in their death, right? And the person whose past you're bringing up 9 times out of 9 is a person of color, right? Even though they could be the victim. It shows that you don't care about what the white person in the conflict past may be. Because I guarantee you there's a lot of people that may have a past. We got to look up Shiloh. Somebody look up her past. And it doesn't get brought up to the community for the news to spread out. Like, I kind of don't even remember what his past was. Like, they brought it up, said, oh, he had some history back then when something. And it was so fucking vague that it didn't even matter. And this is what we mean. Like, why do y'all want to smear us so bad?